Alright, since I haven't done a video in a little bit, because I had a seminar last week, so I didn't really get on here because I was learning some more stuff. So I figured maybe I share some of the stuff I wrote down while I was at the thing. So it was a Zoom meeting for the whole weekend, so it took up a lot of my time. And a lot of that too is I was also thinking while I was taking it too is that we can never learn enough, because sometimes even if we've like I've been to this seminar before, but it was a few years back, and then they gave it to me free this year with my membership. So I figured why not, go to it and see what happens. But sometimes we get to that thing of, we've already done it, so why do it again? But the thing is that just because you read something in the past or learned something in the past doesn't mean that by doing it again that you're not going to get anything from it. Because sometimes I feel like you grow over the years and you become someone different, so you might see something different in a way you didn't see before. So and I believe it was Jim Rohn that says, I think it's repetition is the mother of mastery. So keep going over and over and over and over again. And it was funny too, because Tony Robbins got his start working with Jim Rohn, and he tells the story of that he went to Jim Rohn's program like 38 times or something, and he said, and it was the same program every single time. And he said he took notes every single time as if he had never taken it before. But again, each time you do something, the more you do something, the better you get at it, the more you learn from it, and it helps you, retain it again. And I feel like just little small stuff, just over time, when you keep doing it, it'll help you grow. Because I remember when I was back in college, I used to drive back and forth from school, and I would listen to the same tape of Wayne Dyer and Deepak Chopra. It was called "How Do You Get What You Really, 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 Really Want?" And it was crazy because sometimes I would understand it and some stuff would just go over my head. But then the more I listened to it over and over again, then all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, I'd be like, oh, that's what he means by it. So it would sink in, and you didn't understand everything all at once. And that's the thing too, is like I feel like as we grow, we're not the same person as we were yesterday. So it helps us continue to learn. And I remember too, I was taking a healing class, and they said they said God's energy is too great for you to shine on you all at once. So then that's why He gives you little stuff here and there to keep building. So just that's a little bit of an overview, is just kind of start small and keep going. So, because let's see, I wrote this down here. Start small and build up. If we do just one thing, then we start to create momentum. If we look up at the mountain, and you look up at the mountain, you're looking at it, you're like, wow, how do I get up there? One step at a time, one day at a time, one moment at a time. I always keep saying this. It's little by little, step by step. And then, you stay in the moment and do the one step that's right in front of you. And then then you get to the next step that's right in front of you. And then you build take one habit or do one thing at a time. Like I remember, like, if you want to change your diet, you don't change everything overnight. I mean, you can, but I think the better approach is to start small. Like, cut one thing out of your diet, and then when you get used to that one thing being out of your diet, cut another thing out of your diet, and then when you get used to those two things being out, cut another thing out of it. Like with anything, or like if you get up every morning and brush your teeth, and then after you brush your teeth, you do one thing. Like meditate for a few minutes, even journal, write goals, just do anything for the day. Like Dean always talks about too, is like we always get up first thing in the morning, we check our phones and see what we want to do, for the day, and we get in that habit of getting connected to the world right away. And sometimes it's good just to spend, a few minutes doing other stuff. I know, like I said before, there's that hour of power, 20 minutes of meditation, 20 minutes of learning, and 20 minutes of movement. And that's one good thing to do. And even if you can't, even if you can't do the whole hour at first, start with 20 minutes. Just anything little, anything that you can do that, will help guide you to do something more. It's when we start doing these little things consistently over a period of time, then we get somewhere that we didn't expect we were going to go. When I first started doing this stuff with my coach, I didn't expect I'd be here. I never even thought I'd get to the point where I'd feel comfortable on YouTube or anywhere by that means. But then I just started, she used to send me something every day, like a set of questions to write down. And then I would write that down. And then the next day she'd send me something again. And then, the next day again. And just by starting that progress of doing something small every single day, and then it kind of keeps building up, because that's how you create momentum. And then, so we're all humans. We all lose it from time to time. I know I lose momentum from time to time. But then once I get back on here and do stuff, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, it starts to build again. And then you get off track. But that's the thing. You got to have that willpower to get back, to just do one little thing. Like, even me, like, I didn't do some videos because I had that seminar. But then the last couple of days, I said, I'll do it tomorrow. And then all of a sudden today, I was just like, all right, I got to do it today. Because in to get back on here and see what will come out of all this. I don't even really know what my goal is for this video. I just felt like I needed to get back on here and do something. So I guess that's the thing, is that even when you're not comfortable or you're not really sure what you want to do, at least do something small, something little. And because that's the thing, is the consistency is the key, because you got to develop a routine that supports the goals, and with consistent effort, even if it's small, leads to significant progress over time. So that's what I'm trying to say, is that one little thing, like, do something every day, no matter how small it is, and then try to do one, like, just start by doing one big thing a week, like doing one video a week, or one, whatever it is whatever your goals are, just one thing big in that direction a week. And then try to do something small every day, even if it's just, for me, sometimes it's just doing my journal. And other days, I meditate every day. I try to watch videos every day. I don't always do it. But that's the thing, is that's the hour of power of learning, watching something. They say, Tony always says, read for 30 minutes a day, or at least listen to a book on tape or something informational. No matter what it is, because the more you learn, the more, and the more you do it, the more you keep wanting to do it. I mean, the other day I was driving home from my friend's house. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna throw something on. I'm gonna plug my phone in and listen to something. I listened to Neville Goddard talk about learning how to live in the presence of God. Of just, set your intention, set your goal, whatever it is, and just live in every moment. And feel that, and just know that it's coming. Don't worry about whether or not it's coming. It's like, once you set the intention, you just got to know it's coming, because you intended it. But the problem is that we don't see the results overnight. We don't see because we live in a society that's based on instant gratification, when usually long term, like the tortoise and the hare, slow and steady wins the race. Sometimes progress is going to be slow, but if you lose that focus and don't believe and don't have faith that your intention's going to come to fruition, then you'll lose. Then it won't come, because then you need to have that faith, even though you can't see it. You just know you just got to have that belief that it's coming, no matter what, because you're putting the energy in it every day. You're doing something small every day. You're at least doing something. You can't just sit on the couch and expect things to come to you. Trust me, I know. I used to do it before. And so Mike Dooley said you can't sit on the couch and expect things to come to you, because they don't. You have to, unless it's what's that movie, Stranger Than Fiction, where the plot of the movie with Will Ferrell comes to him when he tries to stay at home. Now, I don't know if, that's a movie, so I don't know. But the thing is, I feel like you have to, like Mike Dooley used to always say, just go out there and do something. Just go out there and go anywhere and see what happens, because at least you're around other people. You never know. You might bump into somebody that has something good to say, or, you might just stumble across a conversation that is something you needed to hear, or, you never know what's going to happen. And then it also says here to, focus on one thing at a time. Do something small. It's when, like, it's like I got ideas for stuff I want to do in the future, for the content I want to create, some of the courses I want to create. But if I put a little bit of focus on each one all at one time, I'm too excited right now. I'm trying to speak faster than my brain's telling me. But so yeah, if you put your focus on too many things at one time, then you can't put just one thing. You got to put all your energy in one thing. Like, I got some ideas for some other courses, but if I start like 4 courses, they're never gonna get done. You got to focus on the first course, which I believe is going to be a meditation course. I think I'm going to create something where it tells you everything you need to know about meditation, the stuff that I've learned over the years, and the stuff I wish I would have known before I started meditating, and some of the things that stopped me from learning how to meditate. Because again, meditation is a process of self-discovery. It's about learning what's in here, and some of the things that you're not even aware of. So for me, it's like meditation, little by little, is chipping away and trying to figure out who's inside you, the person that's in your heart, your soul, your what. And sometimes it helps you discover your passion. Sometimes it helps you make better decisions. I mean, it puts you in a different state. Alpha state is our best thinking state, and most of the time we don't reach it until right before we go to bed. And meditation helps promote that. And then you can bring that alpha state into your everyday lives. It helps slow down the mind, slow down your body, slow down your thoughts. I mean, my thoughts don't race. It's that monkey mind where one thought leads to another, and then all of a sudden, next thing you know, you're in a cloud of negativity that's not even real. And I used to do that to myself all the time. I used to have a hard time sleeping when I was younger and stuff. So and now, like, I almost, if I don't meditate, I almost have a hard time sleeping again, because it helps change you into that alpha excitement, all that alpha relaxation state. And most of the time, like I said, if we don't meditate, we only get an alpha if is right before we fall asleep. So that's why I always put in a lot of importance on meditation if you really want to get somewhere different. And if you do it to start your day off, man, it changes your day, because it puts you in a different state to start your day. All these little things are good to start. Like I'm pretty sure it's Dean always says too, is like, start doing little things when you first get up and see how your day goes. When I first get up and I do the hour of power, I meditate, do a little light movement, and like read something or watch a video or listen to a book on tape, my day goes totally different than if I wake up and grab my phone and start scrolling and stuff and looking on the internet before I even roll out of bed. It's amazing. If you really, really start to do it, you'll notice the difference, because it just seems like my days go smoother. Like I feel happier. I feel excited. The days when I wake up, do my meditation, get on here and do a video and record it before I go to work, I feel so much better at work, because it's already done. And this video I'm doing a little bit more at night, because I just wanted to hop on here and do it. So you can do it, the different way too, but it's just that just the way you start your day, it's crazy how everything just goes a little bit different. So, and then too, like it says, track your progress. Keep a journal. Journaling has changed my life, I'll tell you, man. Just writing stuff down every day has just made me more, like, I've done it every day unless I've been on vacation for almost 3 years now, and it's crazy. It's just nuts. Like Matthew McConaughey does it every day too, and he was talking about like he would go back and read some of his journals, and it was crazy because he said like he did a journal one time of like 10 things he wanted to accomplish in the next decade, and he said it was crazy because he put that away and then didn't look at it. And he said years later he took it out again and did it, and he had already accomplished 7 of them, and he was in the process of completing the other 3. And he just wrote them down. You got to write them down as if you're already doing them. Like instead of like I want to do this, I am doing this. So it's weird because a lot of people don't realize that the written word it's crazy. This universe we live in is so much more metaphysical than we're taught. It just, there's something about the energy of writing things down on paper as if it already has happened. It's like I said behind me, I got some stuff written on that board that I wrote 3-4 years ago when I had no idea what I was going to do. And then all of a sudden I read one of them a couple months ago, and I was like, wow, I'm doing exactly what it's written on there. And I had totally forgotten about it until I did that. So again, there's something about it. I remember like when I used to read books, there was questions at the end of the chapters, and I would say I'm not going to do these questions, and because I would look at them, I'd read them. Okay, maybe I'd look at them, but then somebody told me like you'll get more out of the book if you sit down and actually write the answers out. And then I started doing it, and I was like, wow, it is. It's actually kind of, I am learning more from it. And again too, so that's why when I learned the journal, I was like, wow, it's awesome. You write stuff down, and even if you just there's certain questions you can ask yourself. I think I did a video on power questions a while ago too, and I'm not going to go into them all, but it's just because lately I write down what I'm doing, and you write down what you want to get accomplished, your goals for any time. Like yeah, you can even write down like an I am statement. I am I got this journal right here. I'll read a little bit of it right here. Let me see. Okay, because there's like an I am certain one, and it's like I am certain I'm the luckiest human alive. I am certain the universe flows through me. I am certain that I'm blessed. I am certain that I'm the best version of myself. I am certain I attract miracles, health, I don't know, I can't read my own writing, and growth. I'm certain money and abundance flows to me easily and effortlessly. Like those are just an example of some of the things you write down. Like I am certain. And the more I started to do this, the more I started to feel better about myself and just feel more excited about stuff. And that's the thing is that, oh yeah, I was going to talk about this. Yeah, it's that feeling on the inside. Like we can create, these feelings already exist on the inside of us. We don't need something on the outside to feel a certain way. We can create love, we can create joy, we can create excitement just by doing it and creating that. Like, and like Tony, like over the weekend, took us through a priming process where you prime your mind, where you go back and look for 3 things you're grateful for. You pull some energy into your body, and then you think about 3 things you want to create too. And it's funny because you see yourself as already doing these things, already like completing them and getting excited about it for the potential that it's going to be here, and then trust that it's coming, it's on its way, it's already happened. It's just, I don't know, it's weird because when you're grateful for something and you feel that gratefulness, everybody has times in their life of excitement, joy, gratefulness. And when you start to feel those things and envision it and see it, then you bring those things to you. It's like you're the attractor. It's like, but yet we're not taught all this stuff. And it's here for us to learn. We just aren't taught it. I wish I would have known this stuff when I was a kid. I mean, God, I couldn't even imagine where I'd be now. I put off for years trying to figure out what Tony was doing, Tony Robbins. And now I'm like, man, I wish I would have started years ago. Good Lord. But the best time to start is now. If you never have before, I mean, we're never too late to accomplish our goals. All it takes is one little change, one small little step every day. One small little thing will build up, will create momentum, will create that. But you got to start somewhere, and you don't have to be perfect, and you don't have to be, and don't wait for a time when you're ready. You're never going to be ready. You just got to go. You just got to do it and see what happens. You'll get ready while you're doing it. So anyway, well, that's my message for today. Just start small and whatever it is you want to do, and try something new and have fun with it and see what happens. So like and subscribe, ask any comments or anything, and yeah, you guys all have a good day, man. Women too.